Let's now take you to the camp of the Movement for Change, where its presidential candidate Alan John Kwadwo Kyerematen has outlined 15 thematic focus areas for his government to transform the Greater Accra region into one of the top 5 well-structured cities in Africa. He noted that he would implement a complete overhaul of the transportation system, improve traffic management, enhance waste management, and address the decongestion of the central business district of Accra. Now, addressing the press as part of his Greater Accra caravan tour, Alan Kyerematen noted that if given the opportunity to be president, he will transform Accra through his Gary initiative by the year 2030. Let's speak to a leading member of the Movement for Change, Buaben Asamoa, who's joining us live via telephone now. Good evening, sir, and thank you for your time.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Good to have you. Now, we know that Mr. Alan John Kwadwo Kyerematen, presidential candidate for the Movement for Change, has been on tour in the Greater Accra region. We've seen and heard his wife also doing some campaigning for him as well. Kindly paint us a picture of what the campaign has been like so far, what stops have been made, and of course, let's zoom in on the message that is being propagated to the general public.
Well, thank you very much. And good evening to your listeners. Essentially, we are carrying out a caravan tour, which means that we are moving to people in their own locations, in communities. And therefore, we are not bringing people together from across constituencies. We are moving to them and we are giving them messaging as we move along. You can hear music. We are actually in the caravan in Tema. Today, we've been in Ponkatamanso, we've been in the 3 Temas, Tema East, Central, and West. And essentially, the message is about the redevelopment of Accra. You need modern commercial infrastructure, market infrastructure. He's been telling the women that he's going to involve the private sector in delivering quality market infrastructure. He's also looking at delivering quality terminals, what we call lorry park, because one needs to improve the environment in which individuals work. These people are the backbone of our economy, and yet the conditions under which they work are very, very difficult. So the modern terminal is one of the things he's going to do. But the most exciting, probably for the women, is the establishment of the Traders Bank. And he says he's going to capitalize the bank with 400 million cedis. And this bank will be one that gives very low interest rates. It operates almost like a susu collection process, so that on a daily basis, women traders who own the bank, essentially, it's for them, it's the Traders Bank, will be paying back their loans in very small amounts that they are used to doing. What he's trying to do is formalize the current financial, very informal financial structures that the women have been deploying in the way they do their trade and finance themselves. So these are some of the messages that have been going on. And of course, he put out the 15-point Greater Accra redevelopment initiative, short for GARI. And the GARI, in implementation, will take account of all continuing projects, government-funded, donor-funded, and review and align them to the 15-point agenda, which summarized covers transport infrastructure, public transport infrastructure. It's sad the way people are hanging by the edges of the road looking for transportation home in long queues without any clarity about whether or not they are getting home anytime soon. And then the waste management aspect of things, then flooding as well. And then, of course, establishing a befitting central business district, CBD, that will actually be the foundation for putting Accra out, the financial center for West and Central Africa. So this has been some of the messaging.
Very well. Now, Mr. Kyerematen has also made the headlines this week. Some say Alan storms Accra with mega victory walk, Afrafanto mega victory walk. Alan to shake Accra with Afrafanto mega victory walk. Tell us about this walk, the dates, and of course how advanced plans are to see to the success of this work?
So essentially, we are at the stage where lovers of Ireland are all coming together to now show, with barely 4 weeks to go to the election, that they are ready to vote and that they are part of the process. So we had a mega walk last week in Ashanti, and Saturday, November 2nd, is going to be the Greater Accra version of the mega victory walk, in front of mega victory walk. 6 a.m., it will start from the PTC area of Circle, the former PTC building, where it's now West African Forex Bureau. Behind it, you have the Kingdom intersection, if you are aware of the geography of the area. Hello?
Right.
That area is your area.
Yes, please.
So the former PTC.
Yes.
West African, that's where we will start.
Okay.
And then we'll go all the way through to Cantamanto, past the regional police station,
right,
hit the Kojo Thompson Road, and turn left again, and come straight back to Obrasport, where we will end.
Great.
So this is happening on Saturday 2nd. Everybody is invited. You get there, you have your yellow T-shirt. People are clamoring for the yellow T-shirt. So you have your yellow T-shirt, and you'll be very comfortable. Joining the people who are saying that enough is enough, that we want a change after 32 years, that we need genuineness in leadership, that somebody must actually give us a direction that's based on a vision that meets the needs of Ghanaians.
Right.
That's what this work is about.
Right. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you well. Buaben Asamoa is a leading member of the Movement for Change, and he also speaks for the presidential candidate Alan John Kwadwo Kyerematen.